YouTube fam, this is Miss Cherry B, and what I'll be doing today is baking a cake, and this is going to be a homemade classic yellow cake. If you see me looking down, I'm looking at my phone trying to make sure I read the ingredients and everything that goes in the cake. Okay, well, first I just go over with you all the ingredients. Okay, we have all-purpose flour, 2 cups of all-purpose flour. We have 1 teaspoon of baking powder. No, I'm sorry, that's baking soda. 1 teaspoon of baking powder. And we have 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And we have 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Salt in here. And then we have 1 1/2 cup of granulated sugar. Let me get the sugar for you. Okay, and next, let's see what we have in here. We have 1 cup of unsalted butter, but I did not have unsalted butter for this recipe, so I'm just using salted butter. So, butter. So we're going to have, it says 2 sticks is 1 cup. That's the butter I'm using. And we're going to have eggs. We're using 4 eggs. We're using 2 eggs, the whole egg, and then also 2 yolks from the eggs. So 4 eggs in all. And we also have vanilla extract. And we also have butter flavoring, which is optional. Butter flavoring. And then we have I put the buttermilk in the refrigerator, but 1 cup of buttermilk. Okay, so let's get started here. So first you mix all of your dry ingredients and in a medium-sized bowl. And so that would be you sift together the flour, the baking powder, baking soda, and salt. So in case I didn't say how much, I said 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 2 cups of all-purpose flour. And the salt is 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So you sift all that together in a bowl, which I have done already. And then next, after you do that, in a medium bowl, okay, after you sift that, in a large bowl, you cream together sugar and butter. So that's what I'll be doing next, creaming together the sugar and the butter. And you want your butter to sit out so it can kind of be soft. So it can be soft. That's you want it. You don't have to heat it up, but you just want it soft. I should have brought me a little trash bag, because I may have to keep going to the trash can. I just put the butter in there. And then next, I will put the sugar. So, and the sugar amount is, how much did I tell you how much sugar? I said 1 1/2 cup of granulated sugar. So I'm putting, hopefully you can see this. I'm not sure if you can though. I'm putting the sugar in there. There's 1 cup. And here is the 1/2 cup. Y'all, I pretty much know when you put sugar and dry ingredients together, it's going to fly everywhere. So for me, I'm just going to put something wet in here as well. So, because it says, the instruction says in a large bowl, cream together sugar and butter. And then you mix in eggs and egg yolk. So I'm going to put like 1 egg in here. Okay, here we go. An egg. Can you see it? Okay. See, I'm spilling it, y'all. Trying to show you all. I'm spilling the egg, actually. Okay, so the egg. Put in the mix. I'm turning on the mixer, so it's going to be really loud. I'm going to add another egg yolk in here. The butter may not be as soft as I wanted, actually. They have been sitting out pretty much most of the day. Okay. All right, so I already put 2 eggs in there. I'm going to crack another egg and put it in here. And I put 1 egg and 1 egg yolk. So I'm going to crack this egg and put it in here. Okay, y'all. Dropping shell and everything. As long as I know shell in my cake, hopefully not. I'm going to add another egg yolk. This one kind of burst, so it's a little messy. All right, so far I have mixed in the eggs and the yolks one at a time, mixing after each egg. Then I'm going to mix in vanilla extract and butter flavor. Here's your vanilla, and the amount I said that I need for the vanilla is 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. 2 teaspoons. Okay, this is a teaspoon. So I'm gonna hold it over here so I won't accidentally pour too much in there. There's 1 and 2. The next, the butter flavor, which I need, which is optional. You don't have to use this. Is just 1 teaspoonful. It's kind of spilling. That's 1 teaspoon. You may see me constantly washing my hands. I just don't like my hands to be messy. Okay, what else we need to put in here? Add the dry ingredients into the wet ingredients, alternating with the buttermilk. So let me just first get this extract in here mixed around. Some of the egg did not come out, so I'm gonna kind of scrape it with the spatula. It's soft now. Hopefully you can see it. If you can see it a little bit better. And we're gonna add some of the dry ingredients. And I'm just gonna, maybe I should find, let me get something just to pour it in, not just use a big bowl. Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and try to use the big bowl because right now I don't have anything. So Here's the dry ingredient. I'm gonna put some in here. Hopefully I don't make a big mess. Just some of it. And so it won't splash everywhere, I'm gonna put a little of this, the buttermilk in here. If you can see, I don't want to spill it, but it's buttermilk in here. A little bit of it. And I'm just going to be alternating between the buttermilk, like they say, and the flour, or the flour mixture. Okay, y'all, I'm going to cut you off for a moment and come back, okay, after I have mixed this together. All right, just a moment, please. Okay, I'm back. So, I wanted to show you what it looks like, the mixture. This is what it looks like. Buttery yellow, soft yellow color. So everything's mixed. And next, what I'm going to do is put it in the pan, 9-inch pan. And she says, now, I never tried this with a cake that I have baked, but the recipe says put parchment paper in there, and then put some oil on the parchment paper, and then put flour on the parchment paper. But anyway, so I'm just doing as the recipe called for. But normally I would not use parchment. And so I'm going to see how this turn out. If it does not turn out good, then I'll just go back to my old way of just putting it in the pan, just greasing my pan, and then put my flour in there and shaking it around. That's how I usually do. But I'm trying the parchment paper, so I'm going to pour it in here like this. I'm going to try to even it up about half and half. And I have another pan over here. I pour it in that pan. Okay, so I just want to go over everything with you all. After I put it in the pans, it looks like this. I hadn't spread it around yet, like that. But I'm not finished. So after I pour, it says pour batter evenly into prepared pans and use an offset spatula to spread it into an even layer. So I have to do that. And then it says bake it for 30 to 35 minutes. It says it may need a tad bit longer, or until golden around the edges and moist crumbs clinging to a toothpick inserted to the center. You know, I've heard of that, a toothpick, or you can opt to use a knife. I think would be fine. And then it says place on a cooling rack until pans are warm enough to touch, and then carefully remove cake from pans and allow to cool completely. And then you frost it with chocolate frosting. Okay, so I'll be back after I do all that. I'm just putting it in the pans, and I'm just going to put it in the oven. And then afterwards, I'll let it cool, let the cake cool, and then after it cools, then I'll just put the frosting on it. I'm not going to make my frosting. I'm just going to use, but you can make your own frosting. I'm just going to use this, the Hershey's milk chocolate on mine. But you can make your own frosting if you want to. So, just a moment.